Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So now I'm going to talk about some successful tips for MSc Organic Chemistry students. Okay. First, you need to start early. Your search for internship must begin as early as in the second semester of your MSc course. Okay. Identify your strength. Working for industry should be the primary priority, first priority. Remember that most industry don't give away their intellectual property. Hence, it would be difficult to find such positions. Okay, if your department has arranged for one, glad that you get going and accept without any hesitation. Ideally, an internship is a kind of a service you are providing to the host institution. Hence, there are avenues for fellowships, particularly in the government sector. Even otherwise, you will be provided with an opportunity to for skill development. An ideal time for internship would be ranging from 10 weeks to 16 weeks. In organic chemistry, ideally, 16 weeks is required in order to come to a proper conclusion, so that it can take a shape of a publication or something, presentation in a conference and so on and so forth. Which in fact help you advance your career. Maybe it will fast forward your PhD. It's very important to remember whether you do PhD in India and abroad, so I'll ensure that the internship provided at our place is of the best standards and of the high quality. Please check with mentor and the home institutions on the timelines. Ensure that you have planned your expenses on the accommodation, transportation, food, etc., and get acclimatized before you start the work. If you go for hiking or trekking, they will give you an advice like how what is acclimatization. So acclimatization can help you save. You need to be healthy all the time. That's very important. Um, Government institutions, industry, non-governmental organization, private institutions advertise such positions well in advance. So please check with your administrator of the institutions, faculty members, or mentor well in advance. While you are on an interns, it's very important that you take a CSIR net exam or a GATE exam, because there is a greater chance that you get qualified the moment you graduate from an institution. So then you are already NET qualified, and therefore one step in joining a PhD position in your dream institution. Okay. Work hard, learn the techniques, and be result oriented. That's what I want to say. Most of the time, the planning has been worked out by your mentors or a senior undergraduate student. So hence, working in a team should be a primary motto. Okay. And the work carried out at the institutions is deemed proprietary, and you are not authorized to share the work in any public domains, including WhatsApp messages, email, and so on and so forth, without written consent from the mentor. And while you are preparing and submitting the report to the university, please ensure that you bring every details to the mentor in writing, because mentor so consent is required at every stage. Okay. And sometime you may be tied to one of the faculty from your parent institution. So in formatting the templates, ensure that you also work with them. Okay. Please ensure that your report is free from plagiarism. Work proactively, progressively. Take tiny steps, little by little steps. We are talking about not like x to the power n, x plus 1. Okay. Make sure the work can be reproduced. It's very important in any of the in a research settings. If your work is not reproducible, then nobody is going to trust you. Okay. Before leaving the lab, ensure that you return all the assets to your mentor. Many times we have seen people take away a lot of useful device. Of course, if mentor is okay with it, then no issues. Okay. If your results are unique, novel, and has led to a new development, it may be feasible that it may get published. Okay, after a suitable period, I would like to call it as a gestation period. It's normally happens even during PhD students. Okay, so if you are lucky, it can be your PhD thesis, like a title. Okay, not thesis title. So thus saving some time and paving for a groundwork. So you get an opportunity to present scientific work in a group meetings with lab members, and make sure you contribute your part every week, every day. So that's what I call every week, every day. If you do something a little, nobody is expecting you, to do an extraordinary results, but a small result, even if it is negative, a negative result is always positive. Okay, and